All right. Hi, friends. We are live. Hi. Welcome. I haven't decided if I want to keep my sleeve up or down. I am going to turn the heat up a little bit. I don't work good if my sleeves are all long and saggy. How's everyone doing this Thursday? Hope you're all doing good. We are going to work on Greninja hats. I'm doing 2 right now that need to go out this week. And then if we get this done, then I need to work on a Sylveon hat that needs to go out tomorrow. Hello, crazy puppies. And then I need to see actually. Okay, yeah, that's all for this week. It's just Sylveon and these 2 Greninjas. And then for next week, we have 2 more Greninjas, a Mimikyu and Umbreon, some Link hats, and a pink Squeakoid, which is not too bad for Christmas. Thankfully, I was a little worried that I was going to get overwhelmed, but I did try to keep my shipping times pretty high so that I didn't get a lot of orders in. That way I won't be super stressed and I can do more stuff with the family and I can just start prepping for MegaCon already. And hopefully get some videos filmed too. I would like to do a couple tutorials to have. I need to edit my GalaxyCon video, which was last weekend. It was something. I'll talk about it in my vlog for sure. But that was a big thing with a lot of like medical things getting taken away, like people's canes, like if you're blind, getting zip tied because people thought they were props. And this was security, the convention center security specifically. But you can look up, I think Facebook, honestly, on GalaxyCon Columbus page itself. They talk about it. But this, I filmed the video and like my recap before I even learned about any of this, so I might need to do another little video and do a quick add-on about this whole dilemma and everything too. But yeah, I've been working on these Greninja hats. I worked on them yesterday and I didn't get them finished because not only did I have to watch my baby, but I also watched my niece's baby, who is 5 weeks old. And when my baby would sleep, the other baby would wake up. But it wasn't bad, and it wasn't for very long either, so that's why I was still able to get some stuff done. And then I would like to also videotape my end of year, what conventions, rank my conventions. Which, looking back, there really wasn't that many. I forgot that I didn't have that many. Wonder. I think it's over there. My other little middle Greninja. And I need to see how far this comes down. So I'm gonna take my phone. Okay, it goes like all the way to the end of the blue. We've started a family tradition last night, and it was decorate the tree. We ordered pizza and watched Polar Express and made a homemade hot chocolate, and it was great. 10 out of 10. I do recommend, and I would do it again. This is the hardest part with all the layers. If I can move this back a little bit. I don't know if anyone plays Marvel Rivals, but Rogue comes out tomorrow. I'm super excited about that. But Bethany has family visiting, so she won't be able to get on and play with me. So I'll have to just practice by myself for a little bit, I guess. Oh, this sticks up a little bit too, so I don't have to do it all the way down. I think. Let me double check that. Actually, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just the sides. No, it does stick up. Okay. Good, good. Also, is my... This might mess it up, but it's like my scene is not all the way over here. I don't know if that got switched when I moved to my other camera, but probably. Okay, but that should be better. And the camera is bigger too. Yeah, much better. I changed my next cons are MegaCon Orlando and Lexington Comic and Toy Con. All right. I just ordered some new labels too for my hats. It just makes them feel so much more professional, you know? If they have tags, then it has my name on it. I went to check out Walmart today for Pokemon cards, but no luck. No luck. For some reason, I was thinking that I found them on a Thursday, the week of Thanksgiving, but then that would have been Thanksgiving, and so that's not right. So I think it was like a Tuesday or something. But also, you can't really count that week because it was Black Friday week. So, you know, maybe they got 2 shipments or something. I do need to check, I guess, and see when the next GameStop like restock is, because that's honestly the best luck we have at getting booster boxes. We didn't actually manage to get one at Walmart, I think, around Black Friday, but I haven't made this one enough. I need pictures. Okay, so here's one of them, and then we're gonna do the other. I'm just checking to see if it looks right. And then this, I have to turn it inside out, but this goes like right here and connects this. And then we have the eyes. And the eyes should be easier too because I made it all into one piece. And then I just put the eyelid over it. It actually goes over here. So I'm excited. This should take me a lot longer. Oh, I also have to sew the tongues, or this shouldn't take me as long. And I need to sew the tongues too, which will be after I get done with the blue thread. But here's the other. That one I already had like pretty much halfway sewn up. This one I don't have anything but the appendages, I guess, if you will. So hello, Ober Dober. So our dog Daisy, she's the youngest and the only girl. The crate that she's in is one that you like pick up and latch, and then you can also do the locking latch. But usually we just pick it up and lock it. Well, I guess something about when I do it, it doesn't latch sometimes. And so she's been like pushing on it and I guess opening it. But it's not every time because I've done it sometimes and she stays in there. So I guess it's just if she decides to try to break out, which they're locked in the bedroom, so it's not like they can really get into anything. And our dog Ridley, he's the oldest. He stays out anyways in the bedroom with them. So it's fine. They'll keep each other company. But I just feel so bad when she gets out. Our other dog that's stuck in the crate probably is so sad, and because they're probably like play fighting and running around in the bedroom, and he just has to sit there and watch. I think for the next time I make this one, I'm going to just do a regular hand pocket, but keep cutting out the fingers on the top. Just basically the pocket part. So it'll still have the fingers. I'll just have to cut it after I sew it. Because I'm always worried sometimes I'm gonna miss part of the pocket finger, because this is 3 layers of very odd shaped fingers. That's kind of like what I did for the Wooloo. Instead of doing that like cloud loop-de-loop shape, I just drew it and then I freehanded it. And it saved me time too. I was watching some of my videos back for the ranking my conventions that I did this year. And I did that Fanboy Expo Knoxville. And I was like, you know, maybe I'll do that one again. Like, I know that sales weren't the best, but I mean, I profited, right? And I stayed with Bethany, so that was fun. But I looked, and if my math is correct, like unless I missed adding something or writing something down, I only made $200 off of the table. And I did not realize, like, I remember in the moment it was bad, but I guess my brain just kind of forgot. If I had to buy a hotel, I would have not profited. And I mean, I didn't even profit that much because I had to pay for gas and technically Joey's gas, which is probably like 100 for both of us. So 50-50. And then our food, I know that we paid more than 100 in food between the four of us, or between Joey and I. So yeah, I don't think I made any money other than since I paid for the table before, I got money into my bank account. But in the grand scheme of things, I didn't make any money. And we didn't really buy anything at the convention, I don't think. We bought some Pokemon cards. And then we turn the little froggy hands inside out. I do really like this part. Even though it is a pain, I do think it is cute for the little frog hands. Frog fingers. And I do price this one a little bit higher online, but in person, just to make it easier on me and on anyone helping me at the table and my customers, I make all the character hats $50 across the board. And that helps out too, where if there's hats that don't take me as long, it balances out the ones that do take a long time. Looking good. And I add in stabilizer to these, which really helps them stand up. And I went back and forth and I was like, do I really think the stabilizer helps? But then feeling it again in person, I'm like, yeah, it really does help. And on my hats, if you ever see that there's some stuffing like on the inside, it's where, you know, I stuff the ears and stuff. And I don't do anything to close that seam because eventually the stuffing will fall out. It's going to fall out and the rest will stay in. But if it bothers you, I usually tell people, I've only had one person ask me, but they can do a whip stitch if they have anyone that sews in their family. Because since it's on the inside, it's not noticeable, and eventually it will not unravel, or the stuffing won't fall out anymore. Now, if I put wire or anything in the ears, I do sew it up because I don't want the wire to poke through and hurt somebody. And the pink beanies on Amazon are finally back in stock. They will take like 2 weeks or more to arrive, but that's okay. I don't need them right now anyways. I just am going to stock up on beanies and just spend like a whole day or two or maybe a week and just make a whole lot of beanies to prepare for MegaCon and Lexington Comic Con. And honestly, maybe just enough beanies for the whole year. Maybe we just stock beanies for the year. Because beanies really don't sell that well online for me, but in-person conventions, they do. I got a peppermint mocha, but I didn't get the white peppermint, which is usually sweeter, or the white mocha, I guess I should say, which is usually extra like sweeter and stuff. And this isn't as good. I really do like this sweet, and I didn't think it'd be that much of a difference. And it could be the coffee too. This one kind of tastes a little bit more burnt. Which doesn't help it. Have y'all watched the new Five Nights at Freddy's? We haven't yet. We'll probably wait till it comes to streaming. But I talked to someone at GalaxyCon that watched it. It was a special ticketed event. They watched it, and Matthew Lillard was there too because he was at the convention. Said they did a special thing with him, which I was like, thought that was really cool. If I'd known that, maybe I'd got a ticket. But we had the baby, so I don't know how well that would have went. thought we'd maybe be working on Greninja the whole stream, but I kind of forgot how far I got on these. So maybe it won't be too bad. I do know there's quite a bit of hand sewing on those one parts, but since I fixed that part on their eye, I shouldn't have to hot glue anything. Somebody just ordered a Rainbow Dash hat. That's exciting because I haven't sold any of my pony hats on Etsy because I don't have them labeled My Little Pony for copyright reasons. Because I do feel like Hasbro, as that's the people that makes them, I do feel like they kind of come for My Little Pony non-copyrighted stuff, like fan art things. So I just put pony hats, and then I just named them colors that they are, like Rainbow Dash Blue, Pinkie Pie Pink, and I think I have one of them made. They are at the gaming shop though, which I'm gonna probably try to go this weekend and switch out some stuff. But I could make another one. Because I mean, that's part of the whole point that I leave it at the gaming shop, so that I don't have it here to pull from. And I'll like make more inventory, and then the inventory there will stay. And I need to remember that I was like recording some little snippets for this. So before I send these out, I need to do like a video showing the final result. I still need to do where I open a pack of cards, which I've filmed a few, and I make that Pokemon hat. Whatever the like last card is. And the two I think that I opened for that were both Articuno. But I mean, I wouldn't mind to make an Articuno hat. I just don't know how popular it would be. But I don't know, we can make it. We can make it and see. It's really the only way we'll find out if it's popular is if we put it up for sale. They didn't have Pokemon cards, but they did have a lot of Magic Avatar stuff. Which looked really cool. Let me go over this one more time. Sometimes when I go through this many layers, it doesn't like to catch it. And then my thread broke. I really need to buy some better thread. My coffee's already getting cold. And there's one more hole that I see. And it doesn't like leave a hole, it just kind of spaces out stitches, and so the stitching space is so big, it makes like a gap. Okay, let me film a quick little video. I kind of want to do something like take these two pieces and like whoop, put them together and they just like become one. Go puppies, go. Okay, we'll see how that works. I feel like transition videos are still really good. Really popular. Short videos that have a good transition. What? We have like a Roomba thing, but it's not a Roomba brand. I actually like, hey, indoor voices. Sorry. I actually like it better than the Roomba brand. It's like Bob's Sweep, I think. And it does mopping and vacuum. And we put the Christmas tree up last night, so it runs at noon every day. And I wasn't here. And so I looked and I'm like, whoa, the Roomba is somewhere, but it's not home and I don't hear it going. So I looked and it was stuck under the Christmas tree. He didn't know what to do. There's not usually something there. Actually, there's usually a dog bed, so he can't get to that point. So then I pulled him out and I blocked that area off. But it didn't sound like he ran, so I'll have to try again later. He needs to be cleaned out anyways. I wish I had a routine to clean him out, but I don't. I do good just to empty the dishwasher every morning, and that's not even an everyday thing. And the reason I do that is because when Joey leaves, he's usually like in the kitchen getting things ready for work and like making his lunch. And so I hang out in there and unload the dishwasher. Unload it and load it. So that keeps me accountable for that. Just try not to catch. That's the hardest part about this little like fin part that sticks up, is trying not to catch it. I think I said it in my vlog, but I had someone come up to me that saw my owl bear and they're like, oh, you're the one that made this pattern, right? And I was like, yeah. And they said that they bought it. They were one of the first people to buy it. And that it was really good and very easy and straightforward. And that they really liked it. And I was like so excited. And I thanked them and I asked them if they like watched the YouTube video or did they read it or do both. And I want to say they said they did both, but they did more paper. But at the beginning, they like watched the video. But that's good. Honestly, if I always feel good if you can just read the paper pattern and understand it. Sometimes I feel like videos are good if something is more complicated so that you can see it. But I feel pretty good about my written instructions because I include pictures too, which is basically a video. But the old patterns that like Simplicity and all those, they never include enough pictures. And so growing up and using those, you kind of realize like, oh, when I go to make a paper pattern, I'm gonna make sure this thing is super duper detailed. And that's what I do. Because I know, even if I have sewing skills and stuff, I want I want you to explain it to me like I've never sewed before. Which when I've been doing these Sew Destiny patterns, I do it for the paper pattern that I can print off and then kind of just go through it by myself. I usually skim it to see what order they do it in. And then I make changes that works best with my thought process for sewing, because I think everyone's different. For me, I'm very much of a sew everything in the color and then assemble it all and then stuff it and then hand sew. But what I noticed from Sew Destiny pattern kind of did, like for Lapras, it did the head for the most part first, and then the body, and then the shell. And so for me, I would do, which I think I ended up doing pretty much white for the whole thing, but I would do all the like sewing and then assembling when needed. Okay, my bobbin ran out, so we're gonna go back over this again. Did it really skip that big of a section? You can't see it, but my little owl bear is up there. Okay, I think I'm gonna hand sew this part really quick because it caught, but since the stitches are blue on this lighter color, and I'm actually gonna use white, it doesn't look the best, so I'm gonna just go hand sew a few stitches. Do you guys have a favorite Christmas movie? I feel like I ask this for every holiday. Favorite Christmas movie? Favorite Halloween movie? I'm just curious, but honestly, I don't even know what mine would be. Because, I mean, the Polar Express is good, but I don't know if it's my favorite. It's more of a nostalgia. And the hot chocolate song is really cool with homemade hot chocolate. It just feels really fun. And I think Elf is really good. I don't like Will Ferrell, but in that movie, I do. I think it's hilarious, and I do quote it almost daily. Anytime I'm like, bye. If I say it like that, I'm like, bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. And the next one I want to watch is Jack Frost. It's the old one. It's like 1999 or something. And it's where his like dad turns into a snowman. And I do want to rewatch that because I'm pretty sure it's like sad. I think his dad dies or something. All right, now we're going to attach these little middle pieces. And I did change this where it stretches like up instead of long ways. I need to see what... I need to look at my picture to see where I connect these. Sorry, this fuzz is getting all on my nose. I like to put my pictures on my favorites so I don't have to like go through my whole photo thing. But I did not pick, oops. I did not pick a good photo for my favorite. I needed like a zoomed in one. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, I need to ask so that I can, whoops, do my video ranking. I need to ask Scott that does Danville Comic Con and Campbellsville Con if he's planning on doing any conventions for next year. But he is opening, or he has opened a new card shop. So I know that that's a big like handful and stuff. So he might not be able to handle both. He did just hire someone so that he can go and sell at events. But yeah, I'm curious if he still wants to do events of his own. Okay, this part is a little weird, honestly. So we're just going to attach this here, I think. And this is the hand sewing part. Oh, and have you guys played the new Legend ZA DLC? I have not. This goes closer to the bottom. And I'm honestly surprised Joey hasn't got it yet, which I know it just came out like the other day. But he has been playing Metroid, the new Metroid game. So I think that's probably why. So that should go like that, I believe. Let me put it on the mannequin head just to be safe. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. This will help me. Think this, like this. That can go there. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I might make this lighter blue part a little bit bigger next time. Like longer. Because I'm still tweaking this pattern. And then while I'm thinking of it, let me check on my grandma and my baby. And they're doing good. That's always good. Oh, we did watch, me and the baby watched twice, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, maybe Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. I really watched, I guess, the one that where Mickey gets the matching thing for Minnie's gift because he sells his harmonica case, and then Minnie sells his harmonica, and Minnie gets him a harmonica case. That one. And then I think Twice Upon a Christmas is the one with Minnie and Daisy doing like ice skating. And I don't remember the exact plot of that one, but I do know it's them. They have a story, and maybe Donald and Mickey have a story. I might just need one stitch there. That's good. I think last time I did a ladder stitch all the way around, but I do think one should be good. As long as it's tight and as long as I caught all the fabric. No one should be pulling really hard on this. This one, though, I will have to do two. You know what I'm surprised though that hasn't sold on my Etsy yet for Christmas? The Latias and Latios. Which I do think part of it is it needs to get traction. And I can't remember, I might have done ads for Greninja. I actually should probably check now that Christmas is over. Because I want to say I ran ads for one of them, or maybe all of the new ones. But yeah, I sold 3 Greninja hats on Etsy. And then I sold 1 on my online shop. And I was pretty surprised. Because when I made them before, which they were the shiny Greninjas, I only sold like 2. And this is just a pain to kind of sew. Yeah, so there's one. And then we'll do the other side. The peppermint has now solidified in my drink, which I hate because now I have chunkies in my drink. So I will definitely have to go warm my coffee up. I think that's where. I was doing so good with uploading videos and shorts, and then I just failed because I got too busy. So I just gotta crank things out so they're prepared. Hello, Dr. Miss Raven. Welcome. We are hand sewing on a Greninja hat. How are you doing? And I was just talking about how I need to do better about pre-editing and making like shorts and stuff so that I just have content. But I really do want to make a bunch of tutorials, some free, some paid. For my YouTube channel and like Etsy and stuff, and then I think that will help. I'm good. Good to hear. You haven't had your market yet, right? And your birthday's coming up. On Monday, I think, right? It's the same day as my baby's doctor's appointment, so have it in my phone. Oh my gosh, hold on. I have to call my dogs inside. And I'm gonna warm up my coffee too, because they smell awful and they're tracking in mud. Oh, I hate this time of year for outside dogs. The ground is wet and they get their paws on muddy. I almost said maws on putty. Okay, sorry, loud noises. Probably didn't need to do a whole minute. Come on. What have you guys done? You messed up the rug? Oh, goodness. I about broke my ankle. Go lay down because you're not coming in there with me because your paws are dirty. You guys need water? No, you have some. Okay. Goodbye, puppies. I need to wash these floors in here. I need to do a big clean of this whole room and organize. Monday, yes! Yay! Monday is Dr. Miss Raven's birthday. So I think I told you guys before, I got these organizer things off Temu. I got one. And it is very cheap. But it does what I need it to. Well, for my fetch rewards, I needed to do like 2 more online orders or something. Or maybe just 1 more. So I ordered another one. But it came in a pack of 2. So then I got 2 shelves. Let me see if I can show you guys. So I put my, without them falling apart, this is my closet. And this is a little rolly cart I already have. This is nice. This is like a heavy duty, not super heavy duty, but much better than these. So I combined. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do it because it's gonna fall apart. Let me just take a picture. They're I think 4 foot There's 5 tiers and it comes to about 4 foot. So like about here. And then instead of making 3 4-foot ones, I made one 6-foot one and one 5-foot one, basically. I don't know if that maths out right. But let me take a picture and then I'll show you guys. But it is very nice. I can't even get the whole... It's like, okay, it's this tall. It's like to the door frame. And it's very good for this little side of my wall that I don't... Can you guys see this? Without the ring light getting in the way. You see how tall that is? And I couldn't do this other one as tall because it would block my fabric that's on the wall. So that's why we did the shorter side. But it's so nice to have organized, like my bucket hats and stuff used to be just in a bag and I would never know what colors I had. So it's great to see what color bucket hats I have and beanies that I have. And I'm just so excited. I'm gonna order more beanies. I actually just ordered some, but I'll probably order more at the beginning of the year. Dr. Miss Raven said, nice. Thank you. I'm excited. Do you still have one more event coming up? Is it next weekend? For the year? When I tell you GalaxyCon Columbus was something, it was. One more. Nice. Yes, one more. I'm not saying I like wouldn't go back to GalaxyCon Columbus, but with the drive and the like being in December, I won't. But if it was like if that was close by for me, then I would. But I do know GalaxyCon needs to kind of figure themselves out. They have a lot on their plate. I think they have too much on their plate. And they seem to be very money hungry. And technically that is the closest GalaxyCon for me. Which might be the same distance as one of their like North or South Carolina ones anyways. So if I'm gonna drive that far, why not do one of the ones that's more established? I would have to try to get into it, but I'm not gonna be paying no $1,000 to be put in a hallway. That's for sure. This is such an awkward hat to sew. All right, so the fins are on. And then eyes. And don't let me forget to make these tongues. I could totally see myself that being the thing I forget for Greninja, and that would be awful. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So then we take his little eye pieces and we'll put the eyelid on it. But you know what? I was filming a little TikTok video at the beginning, and I'm gonna video this, and then I'm also gonna video it when it's done, and I'm gonna see which one I like better. Okay, and I was like back, like here, and then just do like a and we're gonna do it again. I don't know if it'll look good with these little things. Might look weird. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Blah, that one hurt. Okay. Gotta record those shorts. My mom is giving me a mini vacuum for my room. Ooh, I love getting new cleaning stuff, you know? I was just talking about my Roomba earlier. That's awesome. Is it like a little handheld one, or is it like a light vacuum, but like a full vacuum, not just a little handheld? Okay, so I need to attach the eyes, but I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna hot glue both of them on. So we're gonna set this one aside. We're gonna get this other one. We're gonna hand sew this one. Yes, a hand one. Nice. I have one of those in my car. And when I first put it in there, I was like, this is a great idea because I have dogs. But I haven't used it, honestly. The battery stays charged pretty well, though. If you don't use it, it stays pretty well charged. But I'll probably need it again when my baby starts eating food in the car. But right now it's stuck under a seat. Oh no, this one got sewn the wrong way. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the two textures are different. Like one was sewn inside out, which would be fine if they were both sewn the same direction. If they're both like right sides out or wrong sides out, but they're not. So we're gonna cut another piece. My gosh, look at these scissors I got for free from Fabric Wholesale Direct. Look at these heavy duty scissors. I'm so excited. I also got a reusable bag but it was nice too. It was like a denim bag, and it says made with human hands, I think, or made by a human, which is cool. But I don't really know what I'll cut with these. I'm going to use them right now because I just haven't really used them. But I use my rotary cutter. This would be really good if I was just cutting, you know, like at Joann's, just big things off the bolt. But I don't do that. But I'll have to use them for something. I can't let these go to waste. Nice. So as of right now, they're hanging up here so I can look at them. Because I have a little caddy on my table, and if I put them in there, it will fall over. All right, let me sew this up real quick. Sorry, I think Greninja is like in the way. Yeah. Not that it really matters because it's gonna take me maybe 10 seconds to sew this. Trim our corners. I haven't posted about it yet because honestly I keep forgetting I posted it on my personal Facebook. But we met 2 people from the Critical Role cast. We met Travis and Sam, and it was so much fun. We met Robbie Damon at Anime Central in like last year in like May. And I didn't have the cookbook for them to sign at that time, so I'll have to meet him again. But hold on, I think my dogs are eating something. Is that yours? No. No. I forgot we have the Christmas tree up, and there's balls on here. So I guess I won't be closing the door. Put my Roomba back. Oh, puppies. I don't know if I cut out at all, but my dog, Daisy, got one of the ball ornaments off the Christmas tree. Luckily, hadn't ate it yet. But she didn't look like she thought she was doing something wrong. So she must have thought it was a toy. All right, attach this one. You guys smell bad. Because they're so stinky. Whoops, I almost stabbed my finger. So our baby doesn't really like car rides. She does good for short distances, but honestly, longer than an hour, not the best. And especially if it's after like 5 p.m. So I got this little thing that can go on the back of the headrest. And it glows and it has little fishies. And I want to try it out. I'm excited. I think she'll like it. But I want to try it out before we go on the road trip. But I don't want to try it out too long because I want it to still be kind of like a new toy for her. So I gotta find a good in between. Oh, that's the Roomba. I thought the other dog was getting into something. That is not... Do you see her? That is not your toy. No. Can you guys even see it? No. It's this little red ornament. It's a ball. This is actually the baby's. She picked it out at the this like thrift store that we have. And it's Winnie the Pooh. There's holes in it. There's bite marks in it. It's just styrofoam, which is good. No, it's not yours. It's the baby's. So I guess we'll have to put that higher up on the tree. Since someone thinks it's theirs. Go lay down. No. Dogs being dogs. Yep. I just, one of my old Snapchats came up the other day, and Obi had opened one of his presents that I put under the tree. And it was a ball as well. But it was wrapped. And it, I mean, wasn't scented or anything that I know of. It didn't say that it was scented. But he got it and wrapped it and like ate half of the wrapping paper. So should have known. And then last year, I think it was, while we were gone to visit family, they ate, or well, they took some of the plastic ball ornaments off the tree and took them outside and like crushed them. One of my family members was watching them. But at that time, we had still left them out to roam the house. But we don't do that anymore because of all the baby stuff. And it's just not, we don't have everything put away that they can't get into. there's just not, we don't have enough storage. You know, we'd have to put all our decorations up. So they just go in the crates. It's easier that way. If we upgrade to a bigger house in the future, I would love for them to have a little place in like the basement or something. I would love for them just to have access to outside from the basement. And then the upstairs would be clean and for the most part, no dog hair. And then we don't have a lot of guests over right now. Mostly because we don't have time, but also because we didn't have a place to put the dogs. But also our house just isn't, it's not that big to be able to entertain people. Whoops. Okay. I was like, I haven't been watching the time, but it didn't feel like it was that far. I feel like this part takes me longer than the whole rest of the hat. Now we just have to sew this part to this one. And that will be all the hand sewing. And then we can put eyes on. Then we just have to sew on the tongue. Well, we have to sew the tongue. I still have to cut it out too, actually. That's pretty easy. It's a straight line. Has anyone been making anything Christmassy? I don't think I have. I want to have a little thing at my mom's house where we just craft stuff. with the kids. I don't know if that's like gingerbread houses or little ornaments. And yesterday I just put away our Halloween dogs that I painted to look like our dogs. I'm like, oh man, I need to get some Christmas dogs that look like our dogs and paint them. But I have to be on the lookout. I did that in a live, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed painting them. But maybe next Thursday, if I get all my Christmas orders done, we can do something Christmassy. Because I won't be able to... Is Christmas on a Thursday? Won't be able to go live that next Thursday. I also thought it'd be really cute to just build a gingerbread house on stream and tell you guys, like, if you want, you can build, you know, get a kit and you can build one with me. I don't know if you guys would want to do that. I'm not saying I love making gingerbread houses, but anything like artistic is fun. And unless I find little Christmas dogs, which I found those at, I think, like Rite Aid. And that was in Delaware, so I don't even know if any, like maybe CVS or something like that would have anything. Sorry for the squeaking. We finally put our Christmas ornaments that we got this year from the Pokemon Center. We got Cubone Fuecoco with Coco, which is actually from 2024. And I wanted it last year, but I didn't get it. So I saw it this year, but I didn't know it was the same as the 2024. And it has the 2024 date on it. So that was funny. They were still reselling their stuff. Which, for some reason, I'm thinking you got it for free if you ordered last year. But this year I had to pay. But I needed it for free shipping, I think. And I got a mouse hold. The one I needed, the reason I needed free shipping is because I really wanted the mouse hold ornament that I got. All right. It's assembled. And now we put the eyes on and the eyelid. Yeah, here they are. I was like, if I didn't lose the eyelids. And I can't remember if I ended up hot gluing these or if I just sewed. It looks like I did sew it. So I'll hot glue it a little bit and then I'll sew it. But I did hot glue the eyelid down. I was afraid it would look weird if I didn't. So put this like right here. And the eyelid. Lines up the blue. Yeah, I think that looks good. I know you can't see it. Hold on, I'll show you. This like this. And the eyelid goes over that piece. See what I did there? And then I just have to make sure that this is like even spaced. I think that looks good. I think the only thing I want to do is maybe trim this just a little bit, maybe the white. Looks like it might be a little big, and that could just be this side over here. And then I need to look how much like the white pupil is hanging down. I forget I have to hide my hot glue gun over here because the baby likes to yank it down. And I usually keep all my thread over here in this little cubbies, but when the baby's in her walker, she can pull it all out. So I'm like, maybe I should get some kind of little thing to put my thread up over there. I don't know. I mean, this one definitely looks like it needs to be trimmed a little. And now that I took these off, I have to re-put them up here. I just realized I don't have the chat open, so sorry if you guys been saying anything. I've been staring at this Greninja picture on my phone. think that looks good. Just making sure it's even again since I moved it. See how far from here. Yep, I think that's good. And I mean, I guess the best way is to just take these eyelids off for now. And hot glue the white in place and then sew it on. And then leave my hot glue gun plugged in. I think this hat is so cool. Honestly, it makes me really happy. I don't feel like I challenge myself a lot anymore. So I am glad. That's why I really love the mystery jar. And if you guys like that video, please go give it a thumbs up or comment or something, because it didn't get a lot of views. And honestly, it discourages me from wanting to do another one, which I know it shouldn't be based on just views. I should do it because I like it, and I do. But I could also do that for the lives and not make a whole video about it. But I had so much fun with the mystery jar and pulling new things from it. And I could do short form. That might be fun too. I might try that. And then maybe if I do some short form ones and people like it, then people would go look and watch for the long form ones. I do know, I think my title could have been better, but I thought my thumbnail was pretty cool. But maybe I should have done a picture of the actual Greninja hat. But I did the Greninja inside the little jar. Like, who's that Pokemon? But YouTube has this A/B, is what I call it. I don't know what the actual name of it is. Testing, and you can test out what titles seem to be better in like thumbnails. But I haven't tried the thumbnail thing, because that would mean I need to make 3 thumbnails. I think at least. And I'm lucky if I can make one good one. So the titles I've been trying out, and then it'll tell you what percentage of, I guess, people clicked on it or something. And then you can see and you can pick that title later on. But it's nice to see what people see and kind of drags them in. I have noticed if you put things like first or last or things like that, they're usually more popular than putting something else. So I put like my last farmer's market of the year, and that got more views than October farmer's market or my local, how much did I make at my local farmer's market or something like that. And I don't want to do like the whole clickbait thing, but I do know that it works for people that aren't subscribed to your channel, that are just like clicking through. You kind of need a catchy thing, not necessarily clickbait, which means, you know, what's in this video is not what you said in the title. That's what I feel like very clickbait is. Clickbaity. If it has actually nothing to do with what's in there. But I do want to try to do better about catchy titles and like grabbing people's attention. And of course, things that talk about money or worst or best or last or first, things like that. Those usually are the most attention grabbing. And I also feel like challenge videos do pretty good. Like, but I mean, that could just be me, I guess, because like Pokemon challenge things and cards. But maybe that's just me. I do want to do more challenging stuff for short form. I think that would be good. Like seeing how fast I can make something, I think would be fun. And then trying it again. The only thing with that is if it's something that has to be timed, I have to be able to have that amount of time. So if it takes me an hour, I need uninterrupted 1 hour work time. I've been working on making postcards. I take pictures of my local area and add characters in it. Oh, that sounds so cute. You like draw them in there? I think that's a really cute idea. I don't know if you all watch Eclectic Scribbles, but I talk about her a lot, I know. And she did a coloring book that she did on like Amazon, and they print it and sell it. And I think that that's a cool idea. Not expecting to like make a lot of money off of it or anything, but I technically already have pages made for a coloring book. I would probably have to add or take away some stuff because it was made for like a smaller section of paper. But I think that would be something to add to. I probably wouldn't take it to conventions, but all my family, like my sisters and everything, have been having babies. So when they get old enough to start coloring, that would be good gifts for them. And if I had the extra space at my table, I could bring it. Like for the Lexington Comic-Con, I do get a 10 by 10 booth. You know, I'm pretty sure I paid for that table, but yeah, I know I did. I didn't do a corner because this year I was supposed to have a corner, but it was like a week before my due date, so I canceled it, and they finally gave me the cancel, like in the refund, and that was for a corner booth. But this time I just did an in line, and it was $700, so it's good. And I can update MagFest. I got waitlisted, and KatsuCon I got waitlisted. And I think that is it. Yeah, we have 3 conventions lined up for next year. But I do plan on doing more like smaller ones, so we'll see. And there will be more if Scott does his little one-day ones, but I haven't heard back from him yet if he is gonna do them. And if he was to like ask if I wanted to help out planning it, I totally would. Because it is a goal or dream, I guess I should say, of mine to do a little convention. Nothing fancy, but gosh, also I always forget, like, I don't know why I try to like so far away when I could be pulling it towards me more. Sorry if I punch the mic. We're working with a whole lot of fabric right now. But I swear this is faster than hot gluing, and it's a lot neater. It just takes a little bit more maneuvering. Okay, so we have that sewn on. And then we'll sew the other one, and then we hot glue the little eyelid. And then we just gotta make a tongue. Oh, let's see. Okay, we still have like less than an hour. Maybe it will just be Greninjas today. But I mean, the good thing about that is, no, never mind. I was like, if I get this done, I can take it to the post office on my way back to town. But I want to take a video And I will probably need an extra like 10 minutes for that. It's just for a short, but I might have to like retake it a couple times. We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, I should just have nothing on my sewing desk because it's just all gonna get knocked off. Greninja, Greninja. Let's go, Greninja. When I think of things that I want to make into a hat, I should start writing them down. Honestly, I should start writing them down and putting them in the jar. Because when it comes to like a day where I don't have any orders to work on and I have time to sew, I'm like, what should I make? And my mind goes completely blank and I just sit there for a while just trying to think of something, and usually I end up making nothing. I feel like that rhymed a whole lot. All right, we got the sewing done, so we can push this out of the way. And now we can attach the eyelids, which they've ended up on the floor. There we go. Like I said, everything ends up on the floor. I should be careful swirling my coffee. Now we're just gonna attach these. And let's see how much overhang. A little bit less. good. We watched the newest episode of Vox Machina last night. It was good. Not Vox Machina. Mighty Nine. It was good. I don't know if you guys watch Deep Pocket Monster. I know we've talked about him a lot. He released his Japanese Gengar. Apparently just part 1. Didn't know he was making 2 parts. But Joey was like, I bet he fails this one. And honestly, I think he does too. I know he did a whole lot this year. Like, he did a lot. And he wasn't prepared, I don't think, for this Japanese Gengar one. He didn't have everything like written down and wrote out like he has for other things. Because he starts it off by being in Japan. And I know he said it was for a family trip, but I'm like, I feel like that's prime time for you to get what you need. I'm not saying you have to get everything, but if you want to make it successful, that's where you can do a lot of your pickups. And I do know, I think Japan has a strict rule on filming in some places. So that could also be why he might not have good footage. It might not make for a good video. I wanted to do Card Party. I think in Fort Lauderdale is where they're going to be this year or this next year. But it's not long after we get back from our cruise, I think. And so Joey won't have time to come help me. I think. Or maybe not. Maybe it's actually in July. Maybe it's July and it won't be long after we get back from his like break from work. See how long this takes me to hot glue? Compared to the amount of time it took for me to sew on a bigger area. And I think it just looks so much more professional too. But it did take me a long time to do this. Like, I think just the past 2 years I started actually sewing the eyes on. Because I always thought it would take too long and that I would mess up and make them crooked. But that's why I put the hot glue down first, and that helps it stay in place. Okay. I still have to do another one. I focused too hard in on that. I was also thinking about doing, while I was in my trance of thought, I mentioned like making gingerbread houses for Christmas, but what if I do a Christmas theme and I give away some of my like products that I have here? It probably wouldn't be anything like big because I would have to ship it. But what if I did like a giveaway, and then the more people that were at the live, the more things that I could give away? Because if I automatically am like, I'm giving away 5 items and only 5 people show up, then I mean, or say that would be fine. But if there was 5 items and then only 3 people showed up, then there would be a lot of people getting multiple gifts, which is fine. But I wouldn't want to make it. I wouldn't want to make it where you can win again, because I would want everyone to win something. So I'll think on it a little bit, but I think that would be cute. And it could be like little things. It could be like stickers. It could also be like some little things that I made for the farmer's market that I probably won't like try to sell in the future. I have some bags, but it would be like some nerdy things too, like I have Minecraft creepers, the little bats that I make. That could be a cool idea. Let me know what you guys think. I would like to start planning it earlier though, because I want people to know about it. So I would want to announce it like this week probably to remind people. And I could do Pokemon cards too, and do the where people rip and ship. Is that what it's called? Like they rip them for you and then they ship them to you. But that's if I even like could find Pokemon cards to do that with. Because our Walmart is sold out again. I went and checked today. I think I already said that, but maybe sometimes Dollar General has some. But I guess I could do both. I could build gingerbread houses and then we could draw names or whatever. On the hour or on the 30-minute. I don't know, would 30 minutes go by too fast? The only thing is I would want to do it maybe later in the day so more people could be there. But I don't know if I want my like grandma to watch her too much longer. Just because she can start getting cranky after 5. My mic died. Hold on, let me switch. I don't think I charged these last time. I need a nap, lol. Yes, I feel like that too. I was just telling Joey that I've been like extra sleepy even though I slept really good last night. The baby didn't wake up at all. But I think it's where I keep going outside in the cold and then getting in my warm car. And it's just like, oh yeah, I could take a nap right now. And the weather too. I mean, I guess that is the weather, but just where it's so dreary, it's not bright and shiny. It just doesn't sound fun. It just sounds like a nap time. Okay. I just ordered more of this pink fabric because I didn't realize I have like hot pink, but I don't like it as well for this tongue. You know, this is a very good tongue color, I feel like. So I ordered more just yesterday because I have 2 more Greninja hats. And I think the hot pink would be okay if I had to use it. But if the other one comes in time, I'll just use it. And I didn't check at Walmart. Walmart might have had. I know they have a light pink, but I feel like the other color they might have is also like a dark pink. Something just scared one of my dogs. I don't know what color you would, what shade of pink you would call this. It's a very nice, it's a very nice pink. Also, I see that you said you need a nap on my other one, but it's not showing up on my phone chat. Let me open it up and see if there's something wrong with it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, good. Glad I didn't miss anything else. I saw it. I don't know how long ago you said that, Dr. Miss Raven, though, and I'm sorry. It wasn't showing up on my phone. Oh, the music, too. Let me do that. Down with you. Okay, we have 30 minutes. And I'll probably have to get off a little early because I do probably have to feed. Well, maybe not since she took a bottle later, but usually 4 o'clock is right when my baby needs to eat. And I usually go ahead and measure everything out for my grandma so she doesn't have to stress or worry the measurements, which it's not complicated, but I think it's just easier. I would do the same for anybody else watching them. Just have it pre-measured. And she probably will want a bottle right at 4. And then I also have to drive there and all that fun stuff. So I probably won't have time to sew these on. But we can at least sew them up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Do you guys have anything on your Christmas list that you want? I want a Pokemon binder, Pokemon card binder for Mega Evolutions, so I can start a master set of that one too. I've yet to finish one, but and hey, we're further on my Lapras one. Joey just got me 2 new cards for Christmas, which is exciting. I need to put them in my thing, my little binder. We might have time to sew one of them on. I really thought about, like, should I go around the outside of this? But I don't know. And then we just attach it to the back. And then I try to put it in the middle. Just kind of eyeballing it, honestly. I do think I've decided that this is my last year of Appas on Etsy. Like, I know I already did my Appa August and everything, but I'm not... I have like one listing up, and it might have already sold for my Appa. But I'm not gonna do anymore. I think I'll use all my leftover Sherpa for Appa hats and Wooloo hats. And I have some pieces cut out for Appas. And those will probably be for conventions. So I'll take them with me, sell them there. And then if I happen to have one made and someone messages me about it, then maybe I'll ship it to them. But it's just one of the items that I want to have pre-made. I want to prepare myself to make them instead of being like, oh man, I have an Appa that I need to make on Friday. I want to be like, you know what? I really feel like making an Appa today. If that ever happens. We'll do this one. And then I'll do the video that I want to do for the short. Then we'll go get my baby. Now, if there's just some way that I could sew this in without having to hand sew it, but to do that, I would have to have 2 pieces of the tongue and attach them together, and that doesn't sound like it would look good. But I'm doing this ladder stitch, and I think what I could have done instead is kind of just sewn it on. I don't know, maybe I didn't do a ladder stitch last time. Maybe that's what I did. I just kind of flipped it over and sewed it. I don't know, for some reason I was thinking I did a ladder stitch, but maybe not. I could try it with the other one, I guess, and see how it looks. All right, we did it. All right, you guys ready? Here's the final product. Your ears back, or your gills or whatever, and then the tongue. It comes around like this. I think it's so cool. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. It's a puppet. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the video because I did I kind of knocked the camera over on this last video, but it's fine. We're gonna make it work. Let me get one of my better mannequin heads, honestly. That one's pretty rough. This one. I'll put this around here. And I'm going to pin it so that it stays. Okay, so we're gonna go in and not knock over the camera. Stop it. Greninja. Stop it. Okay. I think that looks good. Do like one picture. Perfect. I think we got something. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Let me make sure I give my shout outs to, I believe, Dr. Miss Raven for the top chat. Yes, thank you, Dr. Miss Raven, for being our #1 chatter. I appreciate you, and for coming to the live, of course. Hopefully you get a good nap. But thank you, everyone, for coming, for stopping by, for watching the VOD later. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think about doing like a Christmassy thing. I'm gonna think more on it, but I'm kind of leaning into it. Unless there's something that I need to make, hopefully I'll have my Christmas orders all done by then. But yeah, here's Greninja. I have to sew the tongue on one more of the other ones, and then I have 2 more to make next week. But that's okay. We're not behind, and I'll probably work a little this weekend. But thank you all so much for watching. Check out the GalaxyCon Columbus video on Monday. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye-bye!